Man, I hope y'all are having a good day. But guys, I want to talk to you about something specific today, all right? Because I know that everybody deals with this. And what does everybody deal with? It's stress, all right? Everybody deals with stress. So how do you fix it, right? And now, guys, anything can lead up to stress. It can be our jobs. It can be our kids. God forbid our kids can make it stressful. It can be upcoming holidays. It can be events. It can be around family members. It can be around friends. It can be anything. Bills coming up. Anything at all, right? Stress is just around the corner. Good morning. What's up? What's up, Randy? Stress is everywhere. And regardless on whatever it is that you're doing in life, you're going to deal with stress at some point in your time. Like, it's going to happen. Like, everybody deals with stress. But guys, and honestly, it can make you feel overwhelmed and like there's no plan, no way out. And can keep you bogged down. Because I deal with it all the time too. And that's why there's some times where you have to kind of set aside time for yourself and make sure that you do care for yourself. Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to deal with stress. A lot of people revert, they do things to cope with stress, such as overeating. That's one of the main things. Or they drink a lot, or they do drugs, something negative. You know, most people do that. Like, most of the people that are watching this do that. They cope with that. Buying a house, Katina said, but yes, buying a house, absolutely. I know that's stressful to sell. You got to move, you got to pack, you got to change all your addresses on your mail. Like, that's just the small stuff. But yes, that is huge. That's a huge headache. But it can derail us, right? Because I think that the biggest thing that we need to learn as we go about life is learning how to deal with that stress, right? How do you deal with so much overwhelm? Now, not saying that you're gonna revert to drinking, not saying that you're gonna revert to binging, because we're all not perfect, right? And that's one thing that I want you to understand, that I'm not perfect as well. But I know what triggers me, and I know I have a plan of action on how I'm going to conquer that stress, right? There's things that I have in place in my life that if I get stressed out, I'm going to do A, B, C, or D. And if I'm completely overwhelmed, well, then it's just me time completely, right? But I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips on how to decompress, how to get that relief from stress. Because again, I know that most people deal with this. Everybody's going to deal with stress at some point in life, right? We got 9 people watching. Everybody, drop some fire right now if you're getting some value, all right? Let's see. So the first thing, guys, I got 5 different tips. The first thing, of course, you already know, exercise. Some type of exercise is going to help you de-stress, whether that's jogging, whether that's on a bike ride. I know that right now, at least in my area, it's roughly about 70 degrees outside, probably around noonish or so. But, I mean, the weather is getting better. I know whenever it gets hotter, nowadays everybody's want to go outside. Just like when it's cold, not everybody's want to go outside. So take advantage of the weather now. Take advantage of the extra extended daylight that we have. Or if anything, do something in the gym, do something at home, exercise, get some movement in, because I'm telling you, and this is scientifically proven, that exercise helps to alleviate stress. 100%, okay? It helps to alleviate stress. So that's number 1. The second thing is, make sure that you're getting enough sleep. It's so important that you are getting enough sleep. And sometimes I find myself, I do get stressed out a lot, and I make sure that's one of the things that I check on my check mark. Am I getting enough sleep? Because I'm pretty good at exercising. So then the next thing, I make sure that I'm getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single day. And like I said, I struggle with this myself, and that's something that I have to be more intentional on, going to bed early, since I do wake up at 4:30 every single day. Except the weekends, I do sleep in until about 6:30 or 7:30. But there's no way possible I'm ever sleeping past 9 o'clock. Like, that doesn't happen, not even 8:30, 8 o'clock. But I have to be intentional. Just Monday through Friday, I got to make sure that I still get my 7 to 9 hours of sleep, all right? The next thing, guys, again, this kind of reverts back to number 1 in a sense. Number 3, spend time outside. Get some yard work done. Cut your grass. If you don't have grass, go outside for a walk. All right, do some gardening. Spruce up or spice up your flower bed in the front yard. Do something outside to get you money. Doesn't have to spend a whole bunch of time, but get something. I think the whole point of it is it's still yet getting that movement in, maybe going on for a walk, again, getting the exercise in, or just having your kids play outside and sit out there with them. Just having that sunlight hit you can get you in a better mood. Have the wind breeze just hit your face. I mean, all of those things can help calm you down. So spend some time outside. Have your kids. Take your kids to the park one afternoon. Doesn't have to be every day. Just take them to the park like once a week, roughly. But spend some time outside. That's another thing. Number 4, talk with friends and family. Like if you're dealing with something, talk with your friends and family. Like, hey, I'm stressing out. See what they recommend. What do they do? Or just conversate. Tell them your stories. Tell them what you're struggling with. All right, because typically when people stress, it's because they're struggling. So talk to them. Have some friends and family that you can go to that'll have an open ear so you can talk about your struggles and decompress that stress. All right. The last thing, guys, listen to peaceful music. Listen to something that calms you down. If you're listening to something that's like got a whole bunch of cuss words, rap music or rock music, whatever the case, that can kind of get you wound up, right? So just have something that's more peaceful. I personally meditate every single morning. I'm on a streak right now, so I meditate every single morning. I also read a book every single morning, 10 pages of my book that I'm reading. And just having that peaceful just music. Like I listen to techno music, EDM is what most people call it, when I work out, because that calms me down. I like the feel of it. There's no words necessarily in my music. So I like that. I like the beats. I like to go with the beats and everything. So listen to something that's peaceful. Maybe it's a success motivation. I also listen to that on my walks in the morning. Success motivation. You listen to something that's going to calm you down. It's different for everybody. Maybe it's country music. I like country music also. So I'm in everything. I'm in everything, honestly. But I do have specific music depending on my mood or what I'm doing or the activity or what I'm trying to achieve. All right. So pick something that you enjoy. All right. So guys, don't just resort. The overall is that there's other ways that you can relieve your stress outside of alcohol, outside of drugs, outside of food. All right. The major thing that most people struggle with when they stress eat. And that's one of the things that I want you to overcome. You can overcome that. Yes, it's going to be difficult, especially if you're new to it, but I'm telling you, you can come out on top of this. All right, you can definitely come out on top. All right, guys, but other than that, that's all I got for you today. Those are a couple of tips that I personally use and I also teach my clients to use. If you're struggling, if you're stressing out, guys, implement those 5 things and I promise you, you're going to feel 10 times better. All right, that's all I got for you. Other than that, I will catch you tomorrow, same time. Peace out.